everyone, welcome to the show. Another week, another show. The last show before we both go on vacation for 2 whole weeks. Although we're just going on weeks individually, but somehow we schedule them back to back. So Brian's going away next week, and I'll be away the week after that. So you got 2 weeks to catch up on everything that we'll be ready to talk about right after Labor Day.
Oh, we're going to have a lot to talk about because Ahsoka will be starting on the 23rd.
Yes.
And I think we're getting 2 episodes.
We are getting 2 episodes.
And then, so I think when we come back, we'll have 3 episodes to talk about.
We will. We
Right.
will.
Yeah. Awesome. So that will be our big conversation. Because I really want to know someone like me who's only watched the live action stuff, will it translate? Because I just saw the newest trailer. And everyone,
long one?
Wasn't that like a making of or something?
It's a Cliff Notes version for folks who have not watched the cartoons.
Is that on IGN? I saw like a.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw some. I thought it was like a behind the scenes look or something.
It is a little bit, but it's also like they kind of delve into Filoni, like how Ahsoka came about. And go into like her character and who she is, and kind of like sets up the show. Basically, it's like we know a lot of people didn't watch the cartoons, but we want to still get people to watch the show. So here's like a Cliff's Notes version for you to get into.
Well, maybe I should watch it. I watched the new trailer where you hear Hayden Christensen back as Anakin Skywalker.
Yes,
with a voice.
Ahsoka is Anakin's Padawan, so it would make sense that he would show up in this show.
Or have a flashback or a ghost, because he's Darth Vader at this point.
Well, this show also takes place after Return of the Jedi, so he is dead. Yes.
So it might be a flashback or something.
Flashback or a Force ghost situation.
Right. Yeah. All right. So I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's worth a watch if you've never seen if you don't know what you're getting into, and you only seen her in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Then, check it out.
I mean, I've seen that first Clone Wars movie, that CG. Remember that first movie? I saw that. That's the only thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then throughout history, either talking to you or seeing references on videos I've watched, I get the gist. So I'm interested to see how this show starts. With this Disney Plus shows, they always start off really good.
Yeah.
Speaking of the ending is, we got to see how this
one pans out. I have high expectations for, because it's a completely Dave Filoni led project,
right?
And this is his baby. He invented Ahsoka. Like, they talk about that in the little video, 7-minute video about the show and everything.
Yeah.
So it's something I definitely would say take a look at. And the crazy thing, Clone Wars, the cartoon, is 20 years old.
Jeez.
We're old.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, some of my favorite albums are now 20, 25 years old.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy. It is crazy to think like that.
But anyways, how you doing, Brian? How's things with you? Since we
good. Before we get into it, Mark, I just want to, because we're not going to see everybody for 2 weeks.
We're not.
Clips Con comic book toy and collectible show, Sunday, August 27th. Mark it on your calendar.
Yes, the return.
10 a.m. to 3 p.m. This one is at the Plainville the VFW 7 Northwest Drive, Plainville, Connecticut.
Yes.
Admissions are $2. $12 is free.
Under 12 is free.
Under 12 is free. Yeah, like it's basically.
You okay there? You all right? You need new glasses or something?
Admissions $2. Under 12 is free. This is kind of like the Scott Show in Enfield. It's a smaller show, but you can get some good deals.
It's kind of like the
best little show in Connecticut.
Kind of like the parent show to the Scott show.
Right.
Because Scott started his show out of doing CliffsCon.
Right.
So it's like the sister show, if you will.
So, and they're going to be doing raffles every hour.
They do.
So,
they do. They give away some good stuff. It's not like just
they do.
randomness.
So for $2 to get in, definitely check it out.
Yeah, and there's always an eclectic collection. I like to say that when I'm there. I like that. An eclectic collection of vendors.
Yes.
It's always changing. There's always different. There's regulars, and then there's like other vendors that like rotate. So
Right. Totally. Yeah. It's a cool one. Check it out, people. Yeah. And then the next.
And while you're there,
what?
Down the street, just up the road from it, if you go to where the VFW is on one end of the street, if you drive right up the street to the other end of that street, there is Blick's, the best art store in Connecticut. So
there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Marcus, my week.
Oh yes. How was your week, Brian?
You'll never believe it.
You did nothing.
So for my birthday, we got ourselves a little kitten. All right, Scoops the kitten.
Yes.
For Allison's birthday.
Yes. Her 21st birthday. It's a big birthday for her.
It's a big one. I got her a kitten.
Oh my gosh. Why?
We just got ourselves another kitten. From the same litter as Scoops. It's his sister. She was the runt and she was the last one. Yeah. She was the last one. There were 7 or 6 kittens in the litter.
It's a decent sized litter.
So she's super small compared to him, even though they're the same age. Yeah. I picked her up on Saturday, and she's a cutie. Huh?
Did you name her Poops?
No.
Scoops and Poops?
No, we named her.
See, I'm good at naming animals. That'd have been a great name.
I'm not. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna say it to my vet. Like, this is Poops. Ollie and Scoops. Ollie. So we have Ollie and Scoops. Ollie short is for Olivia. New. Yes, that's Olivia Benson from SVU.
That's what I knew
that's what we say.
I knew it.
Yeah, that's what Allison said. Olivia Benson from SVU.
Yes.
I said Olivia Munn, but she said no.
Well, yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
But with Olivia Munn in the basement.
She's an SVU cat. But no, there's a cartoon called Ollie and Scoops, and about a little girl who talks to her cat, and that's where we got the names from. So now, Ollie and Scoops, they don't remember each other. They're trying to. Scoops wants to play with her. She's a little timid because she's a runt. She's really protective, but a great addition to the cat family. We're tops at 3, but we love them. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, good times. What else? Real quick, I'm gonna go through this. The Bear. We're almost done with season 1. I think we're like 2 episodes to finish. Loving it.
Yeah,
loving it. Really fantastic show.
Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows, probably one of the best seasons so far. I think the season's the one. I think there was that. I think last season or the season before that was just okay. This one
last season was kind of the one with the Vampire Council. That was kind of
Well, when they made Colin a baby.
Yes, that was last season. Yeah,
when he finally came back to being his normal. That's where the show shines. But this past episode was fantastic. I don't want to ruin it, but they go to a vet.
Yes.
The Familiars. Yes. Which was really funny.
Yeah.
And some major things are happening with Guillermo.
Guillermo.
No, Gizmo.
Gizmo.
That's what they call him, Gizmo.
Laszlo called him Gizmo.
Yeah, Gizmo, yeah.
My favorite character in the whole show.
Yeah, but man, that past episode was aces. It was tops. What else? I started season 3 of the Orville, New Horizons.
Oh boy.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, the CG is unbelievable. They have Hulu money, they have Disney money. Yeah. It's a shame there's no talks of it coming back. I don't know where season 3 ends, but I loved how season 3 was dealing with the aftermath of what happened in season 2. I like the new cast member. And it is some of the best sci-fi on television.
I will mention to you that this is the season Norm Macdonald dies.
No, I know.
In real life. So there is an episode that deals with that. So,
well, in the first episode, it says in memory of Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That the show coming out.
Yeah.
And his passing. Dollhouse, we're loving, fantastic show. We're almost on season 1 of Dollhouse, and then I tried to watch Strange Planet, which is based off a comic book strip, an internet comic book strip, which is really funny. It's like a Far Side kind of this.
Okay.
Aliens, and it's very dry humor. Well, Apple Plus was like, we're gonna make a cartoon based on this internet comic strip. Dan Harmon's attached, and a few other people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I got through half of the first episode.
He has 2 cartoons going on then, because they have one on Fox too, Crapopolis.
Well, Rick and Morty is Dan Harmon.
Well, that's another Dan Harmon thing. Crapopolis on Fox, starting this fall.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, I saw a trailer. I saw a commercial for it when I was watching something on Fox.
Well, Strange Planet, not for me. I like the comic book strip. It just, for me, the comic book strip works.
Or the comic strip. Stop calling it the comic book strip.
Comic book strip, whatever.
Not the same thing.
They have graphic. I mean, they have novels of it at Barnes and Noble.
Did you have your coffee this morning?
I did.
How many?
3.
That's why. Okay.
Enough said. If you're a fan of the comic strip, check it out. It's on Apple Plus. Not
everything's going to be your cup of tea.
It was not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I stopped watching.
Yeah.
But beyond that, man, I'm watching good television. Life is good. Got a new kitten. No complaints, Mark. How was your week? Yeah.
I did not get any new animals. We're capped at 1, and that's all we need. And she's literally right there, cleaning herself right in front of me as I do the show.
As cats do.
But yeah, besides that, deep into Foundation, which is on Apple TV Plus, which I would suggest watching. You'd probably be into it. It's Isaac Asimov books. I think there's 3 of them. And it's what George Lucas used as a reference when he started writing Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about the show.
Yeah. It's really good. This season's much better than the first season was. I like this one a lot more. The first one was a lot more of the exposition, like galaxy building stuff. There's some cool stuff in it, a lot of cool CGI and stuff, but it's a slow burn. So
wait, is this is this based off book? This is science fiction, fantasy?
Yes. Science fiction.
Gotcha.
Set in space, in a galaxy far, far away. But not that galaxy, a different one.
Right.
Yeah, it feels a lot like sciencey. It's as Isaac Asimov, so it's a lot more sciencey and such. Started watching Winning Time, the John C. Reilly show on the Max. It's the story of the dynasty of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh.
And it's shot in a very interesting style. It's a regular show, but also shot documentary style. So like the characters will break the fourth wall and talk directly to the camera.
Like The Office?
Yeah, but it's not like that. It's like they're not talking in the show. Like the people in the scene with them don't acknowledge that they're talking to the camera. It's like it's like you're reading the book and then you get like the little thing that looked like number one, and then you have to go down and it tells you what number one is, kind of thing. It's like that kind of thing. It's like they're telling the story, but then also throwing in like their actual tidbits, like facts and stuff. They'll throw out things.
Interesting.
So it's very interestingly shot, and John C. Reilly is amazing. He plays Jerry Buss, who was the owner of the Lakers for since '79, and that's the other thing is the show starts in 1979. So that's also interesting because it's the year we were born. So it's fun to see what was going on during that time. It's a sports show. If you're into sports, you'll probably enjoy it more, but I don't think you need to be like into basketball to enjoy it. It's a good show. I like it. The big news to come out of this weekend actually is after years of my Xbox sitting in our living room and me barely playing it because Claire's always in the living room and I can't play it with Claire there. I had made the executive decision to move my Xbox upstairs into my room.
That must have been a big day in the household.
It was a big event.
Big event.
Because now there's a cat bed where my Xbox used to be.
You dusted it off.
I did dust it off.
You walked it up.
I did.
Like a parade on a pillow.
Yes. But I know I hooked it up. I turned it. It's been on for a while because I did an update months ago on it, and so, so now it's up here, and I'm actually playing games again. So, because of the strike, content is starting to dwindle, and I'm losing. Like I'm not. There's no new stuff.
There's so.
I'm running out of things to watch.
How are you running out of things, man? I'm always finding something.
I don't know. I'm taking suggestions. I don't like, and I started, and the thing I was thinking about it yesterday because I watched What We Do in the Shadows and Foundation, and like I think I've gotten myself spoiled, right? Like I want to watch multiple episodes of a show, so I need something that's either released all at once or like an older show where I can watch a bunch of them in a row. I've spoiled myself with the streaming.
Well, Mark, you've always been that way. You've always been a binge.
Well, I know, but I'm noticing it more now. Like What We Do in the Shadows and Foundation, like the recaps are very helpful because I don't remember what I did watch last week.
Yeah, when it's a week-to-week show, I like the recaps.
Yeah.
When it's a show that's all out at once, I don't need the recaps generally.
Yeah. I think I just need another show, like because I burned through Rest Development. I did stop watching it on the Netflix.
Oh, you did?
Episodes.
I tried watching it.
Like I don't know, maybe 6 episodes in, maybe.
Wasn't it ridiculous?
It got like you said, like you watched the first couple, but it just gets more ridiculous.
You get 10 minutes
and the
10 minutes of recapping the last episode that you just watched, and like they literally tell you everything that happened, and then when you get into the show, it's over.
Yeah.
And it's green screen. The cast
way too much narration.
There. Oh, the narration! I wanted to blow my brains out. It was so much.
I love Ron Howard, but I don't need to hear him talking to me for 20 minutes.
Dude,
especially when they actually have him narrating and then the acting is actually happening and they're saying what he's saying.
Yes.
It's like, why do I need both of this at the same time?
It was like they forgot how to do their own show.
Yeah.
It's like you hit the nail on the head. He was narrating stuff that was literally happening or just happened, and you're like, I just saw that. I don't need you to tell me. Like, they forgot the magic of that show. I think the magic of that show was because it was on network and they had to keep it a certain length, and it hit. Netflix was like, you can have it as long as you want, and they're like, oh. And then half the cast wasn't there, so they're green screened in, and they're not all in the room together. Shit show. I think it was a shit show. I think Netflix ruined that show personally.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think it works on Netflix.
No.
It was a tough watch.
Yeah.
So I like to pretend Netflix stuff never happened.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that. I'm starting to wish that now.
But 3 perfect seasons, and that's all. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what we were talking about before, but there's so much.
That's all I'm watching. Not really much else going on.
Well, Mark, I'm going to let you know that I'm going to go into news here. This is a tidbit. Assassin's Creed Mirage will be launching a week early. It will be coming out October 5th.
I'm so far behind on Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, but this is a brand new entry.
Oh, I know.
This is like going back to the beginning. So like Valhalla was its own contained story,
which is on gameplay now on Xbox.
Yeah, Valhalla was awesome. I love Valhalla. But Mirage,
I'm tempted to download it.
Mirage is old school Assassin's Creed. New character, new everything. So it might be a good jumping in point. And it's supposed to be a very concise story. Like it's like a 20-hour, depending on how much you do, you can beat it in 20 hours. For Valhalla, I played that game an exhausting 80 hours.
Oof.
And there's still DLC I still have to play to beat the whole game. And I don't know. It was exhausting. Valhalla was an exhausting game. I loved it. But at some point I was like, I want to play something else.
Yeah. That's a lot too. It's just like,
it is.
Like Red Dead was like a perfect amount of time. Like around the 20 hours.
So
see that transition laid out for you?
I got another one. So everybody was, including me, even though I was skeptical. Oh, we're gonna get the remake, remaster of Red Dead 1, and there was rumors and all, and then in some other country, the ESRB, they got a rating. People are like, "Oh my god, it's happening." No, what they're doing is they're just porting the original Red Dead 1 to PlayStation 4 and the Switch. That's it. And it's going to come with the DLC, the Undead DLC, for $50. So people on Switch can play it, and the PS4, you can play it on PS4 and PS5. The reason Xbox is not getting it because it was backwards compatible already. So you can actually play that's how I played the original on my Xbox backwards compatible before Red Dead 2 had come out. But Red Dead 1, no remake, no remaster, just a port.
Which you don't need, because there's nothing needs to be added to it, because it really is like one of the most perfect games.
Well, that's made. Red Dead 2.
I know.
People were thinking that they would remaster Red Dead 1 to have it the quality as standard as Red Dead 2 was.
I need that.
Wow. That's what you were saying. Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's going to happen." And I thought too, they had the map. I mean, they redid the entire map in Red Dead 2. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're just porting it. That's it.
It's a lot of work to go back and do that when you're trying to make another
well, it's farmed out.
Grand Theft Auto game.
It's farmed. That's how these there's companies that do ports.
I know. But I mean,
so Rockstar is working on GTA 6, but another company did the port.
Oh, okay.
But there's other companies that will work on remasters and stuff. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Because the other company's working on their next big project.
Yeah.
But anyway, a lot of people were pissed. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah. I'm just glad you can play it on current gen Sony platforms and Nintendo Switch. Yeah. You can already play it on Xbox.
Yeah.
Backwards compatible.
Yeah.
That's really all the kind of news I had. I know Baldur's Gate, D&D video game, has taken the video game nation by storm this last couple weeks. It's going to be on PS5 in I think a week or two. But it's on PC right now, and it's like doing gangbusters. I do want to check it out because you actually have to roll the dice. Like in the game, you see the dice roll. I mean, it's very D&D. I've never played a Baldur's Gate game in my life, but
I haven't either. But there is a little article on the IGN right now talking about are we in the golden age of RPGs, and they talk about that Baldur's Gate is a unicorn. Baldur's Gate 3 is in some ways the embodiment of all these trends of what's going on good with video gaming. It has a type of densely written, choice-driven quests that made Witcher 3 so popular. And it's horny to boot. Because there's
Or you can just go read that article. We don't
Yeah.
need you to read the article to us.
No, I know what I'm saying. So yeah, so it's definitely
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's there. Anyway, I mean, I can't speak of it because I haven't played it, but I know John has
John
been
Francia
loving
loves it. And he
So
cannot stop talking about it.
I do want to check it out. I'm still on my. I'm buying no new games until Spider-Man 2, which comes out in October. I'm enjoying Final Fantasy 15 immensely, just nice and casual and fun, and relaxing. And I got new cats, and
I mean, in some sad
ready
news,
for
you did get
stuff.
the news that Johnny Hardwick, who played which guy? Dale Gribble on King of the Hill, passed away.
Yes.
They are in works to bring it back on Hulu. And he was able to record a couple of episodes before he passed away. So
nice.
Yeah. So there is new King of the Hill coming to 2024.
Oh, speaking of something that's not coming in 2024.
What's that?
Well, as of now, I guess Disney had their they do their marketing and slate for 2024, and Deadpool 3 was not mentioned. So there's a lot of speculation that it has been pulled from their May release date and is now in limbo of when it will be. A new release date will be imminent because it's halted right now. And there's no way. So Hollywood's, I mean, we have writers on strike, actors on strike, and now the people that are on
special
set,
effects folks,
not the people who do the special effects on a computer somewhere, but the people that are actually on set.
Yes, practical effects folks.
No. Well, they're part of special effects.
Yeah.
They're the ones that put the green screen up. They know they're the ones that are doing all that practical special effects on the set. They're not unionized. Everybody else around them is part of a union, except for them. And a lot of the times they're the first one on set and the last people to leave. And so they are going to unionize. The people who are behind the computers, those are houses. Those are special effects houses that usually go out for a bid. And I could see that happening down the line. I could see those people unionizing eventually. But this is another big win for the people that work on our favorite stuff. So they're going to unionize. And who knows? Hopefully we don't see another strike because they're overworked, underpaid, and a lot of them do a lot of work. They're the ones that have to set up a shot. They're the ones that have to tell, like, if you want to do special effects of this, you know, it shows the two green guys where you have an actor on a big green thing and they're the two guys in green suits moving it. That's part of their job. They had to set up that big green thing and they have to wear the green suits and, you know, they do all that kind of stuff. So man, it's crazy. We'll see. I'm amazed they're still on strike. I guess they came to the table. They couldn't agree on some stuff. But more and more stories come out every day about how much Netflix and whatnot does not pay out. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. You okay there, Mark? You seem distracted.
Someone's calling. Chris is trying to call me for work stuff, so I just telling him I'll be off in a few.
Well, anything else, Marcus?
Not really. It's a pretty quiet time of year. It's that weird point.
Well, we're in vacation brain. So.
Yes, we are. There's also just not much going on because of said strikes and such.
Right. Well, when we come back in 2 weeks, we'll have Ahsoka, 3 episodes to talk about. I want to remind everybody the Comic Book and Toy Collectible Show Sunday, August 27th. Mark it on your calendar, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is at the Plainville VFW 7 Northwest Drive. $2 to get in. You can Google this. It's on Facebook.
There is an early bird usually. I think it's $3 or maybe $5 for early bird. I'm not quite sure. But
it's actually not listed on here.
Yes, I know. They don't really list it, but it's a secret. They do an early bird at 9.
Well, you heard it here first. And you have to say the word clam chowder.
Just New England clam chowder. Tell them Brian sent you.
Yes. Tell them I sent you.
So Brian Kazaska said I can get in for free.
No, don't.
Yeah, well, that goes.
Tell him that Mark Warnock sent.
Yeah, you won't even know who that is.
What is going?
Mention the show and you get nothing off.
Mention me, 10% Charlie.
We should do that with Scott one show. Like, hey, if we have people mention the show, can they get in for $1 off?
That means free. Nobody would mention our show.
Yeah. An experiment to see how many people actually listen and go to the shows.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. We should try it.
Yeah. October's coming.
I know. It's going to be here before you know it. I can't believe school is back in session on the 28th of August or 29th.
Some schools already went back.
Yeah, some start going back this week, next week.
Yeah. Enfield starts the day before my birthday, 5th, I think. They used to. I don't know if they're starting in August now. I don't even know anymore.
Well, in my opinion, it should start after Labor Day. I don't know why they do this.
I don't either. It's a thing that kind of, so they don't have to go during summer as long.
Well, usually school's over by June 21st.
Usually.
If there's no snow days. Yeah. I mean, I think this year's school is out by June 18th, June 16th.
If you think about it, it's not as long as it used to be. Because, like, I don't know, if you guys are going back next week, that's like barely a month, like 2 months off. Like, I used to remember it felt like a whole summer was like a long time, like 3 months. Because we also went back in September.
Well,
so you had the whole month of July, the whole month of August off. I remember getting out early in June and being like, I have so much time to kill.
Like, yeah, but also as a kid, Mark, we felt like time moved a lot slower.
Well, it did. It didn't do anything.
Time moves a lot quicker now as adults. But yeah, school goes back in session where I work in 2 weeks on the 29th from today.
Yeah.
But you still had all July. They still have all July. They have pretty much all of August, and they had half of June. So it's still that's a little over 2 months.
Yeah.
Still a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it, Mark. There's not much else going on. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
We will be. Everyone enjoy their summer vacation.
Yes.
Hopefully these strikes will get solved while we're away.
Oh, that would be fantastic, huh?
Yeah. And people can get back to work.
We'll see what happens.
I have a feeling it won't happen until October, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know.
That'll be just when the quarter ends, and then the companies can save face by reporting how much money they saved during the quarter of the strike, so they can act like they've gotten what they want out of it, and then hopefully the people on strike can get what they want out of it. So,
well, streaming services aren't saving money; they're spending money.
Yeah,
costs them a lot of money to have the services up.
Yeah.
I mean, Apple Plus and Amazon are the only two that it's not bleeding them, because they're companies that
Apple Plus.
Well, they make money off of other things.
Yes, you just reminded me. Friend of ours, friend of the show, Megan Duffy, has a movie coming out on Apple Plus next week.
Oh yeah, I saw that on
Bootylicious is the name of it.
Bootylicious.
It's a mockumentary.
Yes,
rapper that was on. There was an internet show that they've made into a full-length feature film.
I'll have to check it out.
She plays one of the main characters in it. So I think I want to say it comes out August 22nd. That sounds about right.
Okay.
So there might be a special episode of the show. I'm still trying to figure that out. So we might have a show next week. Stay tuned to find out.
Sounds good.
I'll drop a note in the Facebook if that's going to happen or not. You're right there.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Go any further, you're going to pick your brain.
Yeah, I feel like we're dragging a dead horse. Let's wrap this shit up.
It's a dead Red Dead Redemption horse.
Yes.
We're
just dragging it back to the town.
All right, Brian, enjoy your vacation.
You too, Mark.
You're going to space camp, so enjoy that.
Woo!
So enjoy space camp, and
right.
we'll expect the full report back when we come back. It'll be the day before my birthday, the 5th.
Yeah, we'll be back. All right, let's wrap it up, Mark.
I'll still be 44. And here's a cat, everybody. As always, be safe, be well, be kind, be cat.
Be cat.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.